Hey folks, Matt from artoftheimage.com, and I have to admit that I'm a little bit sad. I've just been reading the press release from Nikon about the D7200. That's the replacement, the successor to the D7100. We've had some great cameras in that line, the 7000, the 71, and the 72. When I'm reading this press release here, I'm looking at it, and the first thing that jumps to mind is, what about it justified the release of a new model? DP Review's headline is that the Nikon D7200 boasts low light AF improvements and increased buffer depth. Pretty underwhelming headline. And if those are the two biggies on why you put out a new model, Nikon, you should have just stuck with the D7100. It's kind of a very unimpressive, not even kind of, it is an unimpressive release, unless there's something I'm missing here. And if there is, maybe you guys can point it out to me. But here's what I see. I see a 24 megapixel sensor, pretty much the same. It's saying it's going to have a very slight resolution increase, 24.2 versus 24.1, so virtually nil. So essentially we're using the same sensor from the same parts bin, which is fine. I would have been okay with that. That's not a big problem for me. That 24 megapixel sensor is decent. It's plenty of resolution and it performs very well. So that's not really a big concern, but there's no news there. It doesn't really appear like there's any news in the focusing system. Nothing, drastic there. It says it's a next generation 51-point AF module. It seems to me like it's pretty close to what was in the 71. Built-in Wi-Fi with NFC. Okay, so they've put built-in Wi-Fi, which all cameras need to have that now. To me, that's not a. It's good, and I'm glad they did it, but it's not really that notable. Other than that, we've gone to 1080 60p. Again, nothing earth-shattering for me there. We should have seen this camera come out with 4K if Nikon really wanted to be competitive with this camera. An improved battery life, yeah, it's welcome, but these things are nothing to me that says, hey, we've got a reason to release a new model, especially not a new series name. I mean, this is not even enough to warrant a D7100 Mark II, really. We've got that's about it. Where is the changes from the D7100? What warrants this new model, this 7200? It's disappointing. I was really thinking that Nikon's D7200 would have something, even just the 4K video would have been great. There's no movable screen on there. Why don't you finally put the D5300's vari-angle LCD on the 7100? Make it a touch screen. Have tap and shoot like Panasonic has. Like all these things. Make the 7200 the first mirrorless in your lineup. That's good. Your first APS-C, your first DX mirrorless. What about the 7200 is new? Not much. A few very minor things. Disappointingly, DP Review summed it up with the headline of their article. The 7200 boasts low light AF improvements and increased buffer depth. I don't know. If you own a 7100, I don't think you're running out to upgrade to this camera. Am I missing something here, folks? Leave some comments below. If I've missed something, let me know. Are you as underwhelmed as I am with this 7200 announcement? I think it's sad because it's showing lack of innovation. It's demonstrating why Nikon and Canon are losing market share to mirrorless, to Sony, and to Panasonic. And it's just, I think it's kind of a sad announcement. Certainly nothing to get excited about. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below. Let's have a discussion on the 7200. Stay tuned. We'll be back with some new videos, some new articles. We'll keep up to date with what's going on in the world of photography, videography, and technology right here at artoftheimage.com. Thanks a lot, folks.